Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy that you could join us today on this rainy Tuesday afternoon. Maybe it's sunny at your place, but welcome to Speak Up and Empower with Real Talk Travel. Well, we have a special treat for you. We do have a guest. But before I talk about that, Speak Up and Empower is an online membership-based community of people that are experts in their field and they've got something important to share. Well, I'm an expert with travel. So I welcome you today. And our special guest is Brita Greaves. And we're going on an awesome adventure. And I can't wait for her to talk about this. And she's going to actually show the next slide. And where are we going, Brita? Barbados.
We're going to lovely Barbados.
Welcome today.
Thank you very much, Susan, for inviting Destination Barbados to take part in your series of webinars. And to our guests, thank you for joining us today. I work closely with travel professionals like Susan and her colleagues who are very important to us and who are there to assist in getting you to our beautiful island. Okay, so where is Barbados? So to those who aren't familiar with Barbados, it's the most easterly of all of the Caribbean islands. And just to give you a general idea where we're located, we are located close to the neighboring islands of St. Lucia, Grenada, and St. Vincent, just to name a few. And as the most easterly island in the region, that means a couple of things for us. Because of our geographical location, we have year-round warm weather.
Awesome.
And we sit outside of the hurricane belt. Okay, so as I just mentioned, we're the most easterly island. Small island, but we pack a mean punch. We have a population of about 280,000 people. And the size of Barbados is about 166 square miles, or approximately 430 kilometers. There are 11 parishes. Oops, sorry.
So just on, it's Air Canada flies there now, right?
Right. So Air Canada is going to Barbados now twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays. Mm-hmm. Pre-COVID, Air Canada was flying daily, and WestJet 4 times a week. But now we have Air Canada right now going twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays.
Awesome.
Okay. So we have 11 parishes, 9 of which are surrounded by the Caribbean Sea and Atlantic Ocean, and 2 of them that are inland. Bridgetown, the capital of Barbados, is very vibrant and steeped in history, and it's where the cruise ships dock. And it's great for duty-free shopping. I absolutely love going into Bridgetown, especially around Christmas. It's just the hustle and bustle, you know, and the excitement of it all. But you'll learn a bit more later on in the presentation. So to entice you, we'll start by showing you a glimpse of Barbados's landscape.
I want to go now.
I know.
Looking beautiful.
Thanks.
Awesome. cricket.
Yes.
Beautiful golf course. Mm.
Yes. Yes. Got quite a few.
I didn't know they surfed there.
Yes. Yes. Right on the east coast of the island.
Mm. Oh, that white sand.
Yes. Uh, I think we should all pack our bags.
Yes, I think so. Let's do that right now.
Yes.
The flight's
I'm
tomorrow,
actually,
isn't it? Tomorrow?
pardon?
The flight is tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, Thursday,
Oh, Thursday. Oh, yeah.
8:30 in the morning.
All right. I'll be ready.
I'm actually missing it, especially during this time. Truth
Yeah.
be told.
Mm.
Were you able to hear the video?
No, I didn't hear the sound, so I was going to ask you if you had the
Yeah,
sound.
there is sound in the video.
Yeah, no, it didn't come out through this end, and unless it's going to pick up there. But
Yeah, and all of the videos there's sound.
oh, okay. Let's hope that we can pick it up.
Yes. Okay. So what we're going to speak about right now is the travel protocols for Barbados. I have to say that the island is beginning to feel some optimism as international travel has resumed. The first flight arrived on July 12th from Canada, and Barbados has done an excellent job at containing the spread of COVID-19. There's been robust training starting at the airport, hotels, and all other tourism entities, which are thankfully slowly reopening. All relevant protocols are enforced, which are, of course, masks are mandatory if you're attending any social or recreational events or traveling on public transportation. And of course, social distancing and hygiene practices are paramount. All arriving travelers must present a negative PCR test result, and it must be administered 3 days prior to arrival and uploaded onto the online immigration form at least 24 hours prior to arrival. And then take a copy of the results with you, and you're all set to fly. I should state there are different categories that countries are assessed for entry into Barbados, from high risk to low risk. And of course, this is based on the number of cases and testing levels. And Canada has now been categorized as high risk, given the recent surge in cases. So, yeah, so a second test is now required for travelers arriving from high and medium risk countries, and that will be done between 4 to 5 days after the date of your original test. So technically 2 to 3 days after arrival. So when you check into your pre-approved accommodation, there will be restricted movement until you receive your second COVID negative test result, which generally takes up to 24 hours. And once received, you're free to visit anywhere on property and on island. And I might add that the second test is free of charge when conducted at any of our
Good.
approved government facilities.
Good to know. Now, will they
Yeah.
provide transportation to those testing areas, or you have to find your own transportation?
No, the hotels will make the arrangements for you.
Okay, good
So
to
they
know.
will take you, yeah. But obviously, you will have to pay to get to the various facilities.
Mhm.
But the hotel will make the arrangements for you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then if anyone wants to do it privately, then it's at their own expense.
All right, good to know.
Right. So now, in light of the fluidity of the pandemic, these protocols could change to improve the safety for residents and visitors. So I recommend checking the website www.barbadostravelprotocols.com for any updates, or feel free to reach out to me. But, you know, Susan, overall, the island is doing a remarkable job, and we've been receiving high praises from visitors relative to the efficiency of the entire process.
Good to know. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So our beautiful beaches.
Yes.
So now we've arrived on island and cleared all necessary protocols. It's time to enjoy the beautiful beaches for much needed relaxation. Barbados has some beautiful white sandy beaches right across the island, from the clear, warm waters of the Caribbean Sea to the pounding surf of the Atlantic Ocean on the east coast. So the placid waters on the Caribbean Sea are great for snorkeling, diving, game fishing, and stand-up paddle boarding, and all non and motorized water sports, which I love to do while I'm there. And while on the East Coast, we just spoke about surfing, it's rugged and rustic on that side, the Atlantic side, but very breathtaking. And it's a picture there on the bottom right corner. And it's surfers and windsurfers paradise. And that's actually where our international surfing competitions are held.
Awesome.
And it's situated right in the countryside, and where you get the lovely trade winds. And that area is actually called Bathsheba.
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba, yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
But I'm a South Coast girl, so I mainly hang out on the South Coast beaches, and that's because I grew up on that side of the island. So you get a bit of rippling in the water, so it makes it great for boogie boarding or body surfing.
Awesome. Looks beautiful.
Yes, and then the picture in the bottom left, that is a Crane Beach, and that's located on the southeast of the island, and this is where the Caribbean Sea meets the Atlantic. And actually, this beach was named the top beach in the Caribbean by USA Today. It is set on powder white pink sand, very majestic, truth be told. But it should be noted that all beaches in Barbados are public, and there are absolutely no private beaches.
Okay.
Okay. So we've got great weather year-round. Our temperatures typically range between 25 degrees Celsius to 31 degrees, depending on the time of year. We've got two seasons. Dry season, that runs from November to May, and the wet season runs from June to November. And as I mentioned earlier, we sit outside of the hurricane belt. So luckily for us, we've not had a major hurricane, thankfully, since the mid-50s. So need not worry when you visit.
That's awesome.
Yes. And we're like often asked, when is the best time to visit Barbados? And the answer is any time of year. Even though we have that rainy season, it doesn't mean you'll get rain every day. You'll get intermittent rain, but then it'll be sunny for the rest of the day. So do not be discouraged.
No, that's right.
Yes. All right, so some quick facts. One of the most distinguishing features of Barbados's landscape is its relatively flat terrain. It's the region's only non-volcanic island, non-volcanic landmass, our topography is coral and limestone, which acts as a natural filter for drinking water. So when you're in your hotel or your villa, by all means, you can turn the tap on and enjoy a lovely glass of Barbados's water.
It's good to
And it's
know.
not, pardon?
I say that's good to know. Yeah.
Yes, and then in these photos here, you will see we've got the contrasting coastline. So as mentioned in the beach slide, from the calm waters of the west coast to the rugged waters of the Atlantic Ocean on the eastern north coast of the island. Barbados is currently the same time as Toronto, but from this weekend, there will be an hour ahead. Barbados will be an hour ahead because, as we know, the clocks go back here. And so Barbados will be an hour ahead. And with the British influence, we drive on the left-hand side, which we say is the right side. So Barbados is it's a safe place to drive. So I would encourage you to rent a vehicle and explore the island. You may get lost, but honestly, just ask anyone and they will always be willing to help you out.
That's great.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
We'll go into our accommodation slide. On the left-hand side, it's a property called Mango Bay. And Mango Bay is situated on the west coast of the island. And that property is all inclusive. And the one on the right-hand side is Bougainvillea. That is on the south coast of the island. And that is, they're not all inclusive, but they have the all-inclusive option. So Barbados has a wide range of accommodations ranging from ultra luxury to moderately priced. To all-inclusive to special value. And most of our hotels are located on the west or south coast of the island. And on the west coast is often referred to as a platinum coast, which is quieter with lots of quintessential restaurants. And you'll find a number of the luxury accommodations on that side, so where Mango Bay is located. While on the south coast, where Bougainvillea is the livelier coast, and you'll find a good mix of accommodations from luxury to special value, and a variety of bars and restaurants and nightclubs. So great for those who like excitement and are young at heart. Mango Bay is approximately 25 minutes from the airport, I should say. And before I move on to the other slide, Bougainvillea is about 15 minutes from the airport, and both are located on the beach and great for families.
Mango Bay almost looks like Spanish background, like just.
Oh, right. Yes. That's true. That's so true. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the actual luxury accommodation, and that property is the Sandy Lane Hotel, and it's actually home to many celebrities and located on the Platinum Coast. And it's actually one of the most prestigious resorts in the world with exceptional golf courses. So which also includes, at the bottom left picture here, the world-renowned Green Monkey golf course, and it also boasts a luxurious spa. So it's a world in itself, and that hotel is currently closed, but it reopens on November 1st. And I've been told that the hotel has undergone extensive restorations during the past several months. Yeah. So I'm sure you might be familiar with Sandals.
Yes.
Right. So they fall under the luxury accommodation. They've got 2 properties on island, both on the south coast of the island in the popular St. Lawrence Gap, situated on the white powdery sands of Maxwell Beach. So at Sandals Barbados, you have a choice of 11 dining options with butler service. And I think they have about 280 rooms.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. And they're located next door to each other.
Yeah, so you stay at one, you play at two.
Exactly, correct. Yeah, I was just going to say that. And Sandals Royal, that you have a choice of 7, I think it's 7 dining options, and you have exchange privileges with Sandals Barbados.
I love
And
the valley beds there.
pardon?
I love the valley beds at Royal, the Sandals.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they offer Rolls Royce service, so you really can't get better than that.
No.
Yes. Okay, and then we'll go on to the Crane. Also falls under the luxury category. And this is the oldest operating hotel in the Caribbean. It's located on the southeast of the island, and they have about 252 rooms and numerous amenities spread out over 40 acres.
Cool.
And then we will go on to the Sandpiper. It's now reopened, and it's on the west coast, and they have 1 and 2 bedroom suites, and the suites give you breathtaking views of the ocean. And this hotel is located on the west coast of the island.
Yeah.
Right.
You can see it peaking. It's beautiful.
Yes. And then we've got other luxury hotels as well too. So quite a number. These are just a few that I'm going to mention today. And then there are some hotels that cater to the adult-only market, like the beautiful Abida here. It's sister property to the Accra. So it's an all-inclusive boutique hotel overlooking the pristine waters of the popular Miami Beach on the south coast of the island. And it's within walking distance to Oystons. So those of you who've been to Barbados and you know Oystons, the fish fry, is within walking distance to Oystons. And it's a 10-minute drive to the airport. It's currently closed right now, but if anyone is interested, I can always let you know, or Susan can let you know when it will reopen.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then we have Treasure Beach. This is a Marriott hotel. It's a 35-room property on the west coast, and it steps from the sea. And they offer bespoke tours and activities and motorized sports. And this hotel is currently opened. So it's really nice. It's a smaller property on the west coast. And then their sister property, the House. They have 34 guest rooms. And it's as I said, it's a Marriott property on the west coast. And this hotel reopens in November. And actually, Marriott has 7 properties, and they have a dine-along program between each of their properties.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. And then, as you know, Sandals, they also cater to the adult-only market as well, too. Okay. And then we have the all-inclusive hotels. Barbados has at least 20 all-inclusive properties. A lot of people don't realize how many all-inclusive hotels we have. But we have at least 20. And this one, the Sands, it's located on the south coast. It's a stylish condo type hotel, right on the beach. It has 87 units and great water sports activities, and it's centrally located. Actually, this hotel sits on the beach that I mentioned earlier that I grew up on. So,
awesome.
Yes. And it's about 15 minutes from the airport.
That's good to know. It's fairly close.
Yeah, fairly close. And then we have the Seabreeze Beach House.
Look at that beach.
I know, right? Lovely. It sits on a great beach.
Oh, Barbados, here we come.
Right? Exactly. So it's a newly renovated property. I would say about 2.5 years ago, they did major renovations. And as you can see, it sits on a beautiful beach, great kids activities. And they have 6 restaurants on property, and it's become very popular in the Canadian market. Then we've got the Sugar Bay Hotel. Also on the south coast of the island, this has about 138 rooms, great kids activities. Is about 10 to 15 minutes from Bridgetown, the capital, and maybe about 15, 20 minutes from the airport. And then we have those hotels, other hotels that are all inclusive, and they also fall under the Marriott umbrella. But then we have those that also have the all-inclusive option. They're not sold as all-inclusive, but can be requested, like the Bougainvillea, which I showed earlier, and then the Accra Hotel, which is the sister property to the adult-only hotel, the Abida, and then the Hilton Hotel and the Crane Hotel as well. And then we have some moderately priced. Yes, this is a Coconut Court. It's recently renovated. It's a family-owned and operated hotel, and it's nestled on a white sandy pristine beach with 2 restaurants. And actually, this is where you'll find turtles nesting.
Oh, nice.
Yes, like I think it's between May to October. It's nesting season.
Okay.
And it's about 10 minutes drive to Bridgetown, the capital.
Nice.
Yeah.
So people could arrange to go there and watch the turtles being hatched. And
yeah, you can just show up on the beach. Yeah. So
awesome.
Yeah, you can just show up on the beach. And then we've got the Rostrava Hotel. This is actually great for like sports groups. And it has a high repeat Canadian clientele. And so actually so does Coconut Court. They have a high repeat Canadian clientele as well too. But Rostrava, great for sports groups, is located in the vibrant St. Lawrence Gap area, and is nestled between nightlife and restaurants. And it's a 15-minute drive to the airport. And this is a family-owned and operated property. And then we've got the South Gap Hotel. It's newly renovated property. It offers modern and trendy accommodations, also in the St. Lawrence Gap area next door to the Rostrava, which I just showed. And, St. Lawrence Gap, you can experience Barbados by simply stepping out of the hotel and enjoy numerous dining options, to souvenir shopping and great nightlife. And then we've got the special value properties. They've got a few of them like Worthing Court, Coral Mist, and another one called Time Out in the Gap. And then villas.
Oh, beautiful.
So here in this slide, you can see some of our villas. And villas are like your home away from home.
Yes.
Yeah, so some sit on golf courses, beaches, polo fields, and marinas. And some actually come with a staff as well too, so your own chef, your housekeeper, butler. And if you're traveling in a group and prefer to be in a space where everyone is together but still want your own privacy, then a villa is your best bet. So it's, what, Susan, it's really great for multi-generational families, girlfriend getaways, wedding groups.
That's awesome.
And if you're the owner of a boat, there are 2 marinas that you can dock your boat and walk straight into your room.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And then some accommodations, brands that you would be familiar with as well too. We've got the Royalton, the Wyndham, and the Hyatt. And then additionally, you have access to other familiar brands like Hilton, as I mentioned earlier, the Radisson and Fairmont hotels. So as you can see, Barbados has accommodations to fit any budget type.
It's awesome.
Yes. So Barbados has so much to offer, and I'm going to, highlight a few top things to do while in Barbados, like meet our friendly people. We've got fantastic activities and attractions. You can take in our heritage and culture, enjoy our festival and events, indulge in our cuisine. We've got rum tours, escape to our beautiful island to get married, or renew your vows, or just for a romantic getaway. So those are just a few things. And our people. Well, once you are on island, be sure to hang out with the locals. Barbadians, or the friendlier term Bajans, we are renowned for being very warm and friendly and for our kind hospitality. And the famous singer right here, who does that? Do you know who that is, Susan, in the picture? Famous singer?
No, you'll have to.
I'll help you. It's Rihanna.
Oh,
Yes, that's Rihanna.
awesome.
So she's often seen on island, especially during crop over, which is our carnival. And I would say that actually people of Barbados, we are the island's best kept assets, and one of the reasons why many people keep returning. English is our main language, and in most casual settings, we have our own unique Bajan dialect, a version of broken English mixed with very distinctive Bajanisms, as we say. So it can be tricky to follow at times, especially for visitors to the island. But however, you will soon pick it up and be speaking like an honorary Bajan in no time.
It just means we have to stay longer, right?
Exactly. At least 6 months. And actually, I'm going to touch on that later. So we've got Barbados is a very immersive destination. So I encourage you to explore the island. We've got varied activities and attractions. It's safe, as I mentioned previously. So venture off property and perhaps spend the day on a catamaran and sail along the west coast, which I would say is a must-do experience. Oops. Sorry about that, Susan. I don't know what.
Okay, just close that out and then scroll right.
Get right back to it.
Yeah, and then just.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and then hit on
yes,
full screen. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, so we're very, as I said, we're very immersive destination. So venture off property and, perhaps spend the day on a catamaran cruise and sail along the west coast, which I would say is a must-do experience, especially, and you mentioned it to me earlier, Susan, when it comes to swimming with the turtles.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes, and you can snorkel over coral reefs as well and shipwrecks.
Yeah.
And it's actually one of my favorite activities for relaxation. And and they also have amazing sunset cruises as well too. Then there's the Jolly Roger, the photo in the top right corner. The Jolly Roger cruise is a pirate party cruise. So if you're looking for some crazy fun on a boat, then the Jolly Roger it is. Might I add, they have some very strong rum punch. So you will remember getting on, but you probably won't remember getting off. And then my other favorite excursion is exploring the Harrison's Caves. It's a gem of an experience. And this tour is done by tram or on foot. So you will be fascinated by this crystallized limestone cave. With its towering columns of stalactites and stalagmites. It's absolutely magical. And for the adventurous person, there's the Eco Adventure Tour. So you get your helmet, your headlamps, and your knee guards, as the early explorers did, and start trekking along the natural trails of tropical our tropical flora. And then you can take an off-the-beaten tour with the Island Safari, which is done by 4x4 Jeeps by some of the best tour guides on island who are very knowledgeable, and they stop at various scenic points. Or you can just hire a taxi and sit back and take in the beautiful scenery. Another excursion to check out is a submarine tour called the Atlantis. It's family friendly and one of the most highly recommended things to do in Barbados. So you can check out their day or night tours. And you also can take in a beach dinner theater show, which actually is one of my favorite shows on the island, and it's done at the Harbour Lights. You'll be mesmerized by the stilt walkers, fire eater, and captivating dancers while enjoying those unlimited drinks. And yes, and of course, a traditional Bajan meal. Or, you can visit one of our potteries in the countryside and try your hands at making pottery with the experts. And you saw cricket in the video, didn't you?
Right.
Yes. So we've got, I'll be honest with you, cricket is the most popular sport. We live and breathe cricket. At any time, on any day, there will be a cricket match played, whether at the world famous Kensington Oval in Bridgetown, or one of the dozen cricket grounds, or on the streets. And then we've also got, as you can see here in the top right corner, we're known for our hiking and running. And so Barbados is, we would say, a runner and hiker's paradise with stunning landscapes and beautiful ocean views. And we've actually got a major marathon, Susan, which usually occurs the first week of December. So if you have any clients that are runners, yes, it's the Run Barbados Marathon. And I actually took part in that a few years ago and thoroughly enjoyed myself. I am actually by no means an athlete, but didn't think I can finish the 5K. But to my surprise and that of others, I actually did. So
good. Oh, okay. Yeah, 5K is not too bad. So
yeah, not too bad at all. Not at all. And
probably
then
the scenery.
pardon?
I say, especially with the scenery.
Especially with the scenery, exactly. And then we've got horse racing as well too. Barbadians are avid horse racing fans, and this is done at the Garrison Savannah, which is a UNESCO heritage site. And Barbados is also renowned for its selection of golf courses, and there are at least 5. So the one that you see here in the photo is the Green Monkey Golf Course at the Sandy Lane Hotel. We've got green monkeys on island, which actually originally came from West Africa and brought over to Barbados as pets during the slave trade. So people actually have had their laundry stolen off of their clothing line.
Yeah. The monkeys. Actually, it's pretty cool. You can actually see the outline of the monkey right there.
Right there, exactly.
That is pretty cool.
And these little animals, as cute as they are, they're very mischievous. And they're also known for stealing fruit and destroying the crops. But I digress.
Yeah.
But if you're not into golf, you've got amazing surfing, windsurfing, snorkeling, scuba diving, and deep sea fishing. And for the motorsports enthusiasts, Barbados has a world-class race circuit called Bushy Park. And this is where Lewis Hamilton brought in his Formula One car. So I have to say, yes, that was a few years ago. So I have to say Barbados is doing well relative to sports. Sports tourism is becoming a major industry for us. So for the history buffs, Barbados was colonized by the English in the early 17th century and we gained full political independence from Britain November 30th in 1966. And because of our long association with Britain, the culture of Barbados is probably more British than any other Caribbean island. The Portuguese and the Spanish had visited Barbados earlier, but England was the first European nation to establish a long-lasting settlement on the island, therefore becoming known as the first settlers. And the culture is a blend of West African and British cultures. And Barbados joined an elite group of nations with World Heritage properties when historic Bridgetown, our capital, and its garrison was inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. And this inscription was actually a tremendous feat for a small Caribbean island. So, when in Barbados, go into Bridgetown, take a stroll, and visit the oldest Jewish synagogue. And you can also visit the third oldest parliament in the Western Hemisphere.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Susan, do you know if the volume on your end is going to be working? Because I'm going to be playing another video.
My volume's up, but let's hope maybe turn yours up. I don't know. Give it a try. I hope that we can pick it up.
Okay, I'll start it again. Oops, sorry. Are you hearing anything?
No, I don't know why we're not picking up the volume.
Because I can hear it from my end.
No, I'm not picking up. Sorry.
You're not? Okay, I'm going to skip it then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why, because it's not on mute, but.
Okay.
Because it's showing that I have the microphone on.
Okay. No worries, no worries.
Well, we'll just have to invite you again, and then we'll play the videos, right?
You're right. Yeah, because we have some really great videos.
Yeah.
We wanted to showcase.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we say in Barbados, there's never a dull moment in Barbados. And pre-COVID, but I mean, when we get back to some sort of normalcy, we invite you to come and enjoy our unique culture, social and traditional events throughout the year. And the best way to get it, we would say it's the best way to get a true feel of the destination is to experience some of our vibrant festivals. So there is one that's called Vuja Day, and that's a 5-day musical festival, and it takes place in a variety of unique locations across the island, featuring local and international artists. And it's, from what I've been told, it's best described as the Caribbean Coachella with a taste of Barbadian culture. And then we've got our reggae and gospel festivals, and international artists come in to perform with our local and very talented artists. And then we've got the Elan Trotman Jazz Excursion. Elan is a jazz saxophonist, Barbadian born, and he hosts an amazing event in Barbados, a weekend of concerts, island excursions, and a charity golf tournament. And you'll be treated to the biggest and best lined up of contemporary jazz and R&B artists.
Cool.
Yeah. And then June to August, we have our Crop Over Festival. And Crop Over Festival is a 3-month-long festival of Barbadian music, arts, food, and culture, and so much more. And that commences in May. And this is the biggest festival on island. It's a 200-year-old tradition that honors the end of the sugarcane season. So the festivities end with a grand carnival parade known as Kadooment Day. And it's actually my favorite event. It allows you to forget any inhibitions that you have. Yes. You just get your hair down and have some fun.
Okay.
Yes. And this happens the first Monday in August. So you get to see lots of floats or bands with different themes. and beautiful masqueraders dancing in the streets to our local soca music.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see some very elaborate, sexy costumes made of feathers and beads. And it's similar to Caribana here, or as I now call it, the Toronto Carnival.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it starts very early in the morning and ends at sunset. And this event is great fun for everyone. So, I mean, even if you're watching from the sidelines and not jumping in a costume band, it's still great fun. And the best time to be in Barbados for this is to get there is usually the last week of July and the first week of August.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes, and as I said earlier, this is where you will spot our very own Rihanna as well too. And then we've got, we're big foodies. So we've got our own food and rum festival, and this is in October. And it's the perfect quintessential event for foodies. And it features acclaimed local and international world-class chefs. And of course, rum experts and mixologists. And then there's live cooking demonstration, pop-up events across the island, rum tastings, and a gourmet safari. And I'm not sure if you are familiar with a gourmet safari, but it's where you dine at different restaurants. So you'll start at one restaurant for the appetizer, then you move on to another one for the main, and then at the end of it, you'll go to another one for dessert. But in between there, you can stop at a bar to enjoy a local beverage and indulge in some delicious street food as well too for a snack. It's a fantastic experience. So we are often referred to as the culinary capital of the Caribbean, and we're the only Caribbean island that was GAT rated. So I would encourage you to, once you are in Barbados, to, enjoy some of our local fare on island, as well as some of our international cuisine as well too. And these are just a few restaurants here. There's Primo in this picture, and that's located on the South Coast. So you take a stroll through St. Lawrence Gap, where you'll find Primo, as well as numerous other seaside restaurants. Or you can head up to the West Coast, where you'll find the quintessential restaurants. Or after shopping in Bridgetown, try one of the local eateries as well too. And a visit to the island will be incomplete without a taste of our local cuisine. Our traditional dish, cuckoo and flying fish, which is the photo here in the top left. It's our national dish, and it's made with cornmeal and okra. And then you add slices of avocado and tomatoes and a few drops of pepper sauce, and it's amazing stuff. Or very popular on Saturdays, the photo on the top right is a dish called pudding and sauce. And Susan, the sauce is essentially pickled pork.
Okay.
And yes, and it's dressed in cucumber, onion, and lime juice, but you can also pickle it with seafood or chicken.
Oh,
And
nice.
and then the pudding is steamed sweet potato. So most Bajans would drive the lengths and breadths of the island for some good pudding and sauce on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can visit one of our local food trucks, which is the one in this picture, bottom right corner. It's called Cuz. And that's where I love to indulge in a fish cutter, which is the bottom left photo here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So a fish cutter is like a slider, and we put like ham, fish, cheese, chicken into salt bread. However, at Cuz, you're served flying fish or marlin in a salt bread. But don't let that name fool you. The bread is definitely not salty. It's actually freshly baked. So it's like a roll with a soft, fluffy interior. And the fish is well seasoned before being fried. So you can add your lettuce, your tomatoes, or even slices of cheddar cheese and have it with a very cold beer. And of course, don't forget the pepper sauce. Absolutely delicious. Well, what you can do, you can go up to the northern part of the island and visit the Animal Floricae for some delicious fish cakes. Um, they are made from cod or saltfish, as we say in Barbados. And they're best eaten when they're hot. And I have to say, it's my absolute favorite snack. And it's the right bottom photo. They're
Yes.
so delicious. You have to eat them in moderation, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are just some of the dining options that we have. But then, you know, we have the farm to table establishments as well too, and many restaurants and hotels that offer the vegan option, and those that also you know, if anyone has dietary restrictions as well too, they can obviously accommodate persons with dietary
Yeah,
restrictions.
that's what I was going to ask you about the
Yeah.
diet. That's good to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. So, you know, whether you're looking for a romantic five-star restaurant, beachfront cafe, a food truck, or authentic Bajan restaurant, I mean, Barbados has endless number of dining options to suit every palate and budget. Did you get, no, you were only on a cruise. So I was
Yeah.
going to ask, did you get to try the oysters fish fry?
No, I didn't.
I know. Well, you cannot go to Barbados and not experience oysters fish fry. So you're forgiven because I know you went on a cruise. So next time you go,
Yeah, I'll have to come back.
yes, you have to go back
Yeah.
because it's not to be missed. It's best on Friday evenings with great food and music, creating a festive atmosphere. So it's enabling visitors to fully immerse themselves into Bajan culture. And the food is the main draw. So you can get like the fresh catch of the day, like tuna, swordfish, marlin, mahi mahi. There's also red snapper and our local fish, flying fish. But then you can also get lobster and chicken as well too. And you can get your fish grilled or fried, and it's all cut on the spot right in front of you. And don't forget, you have to grab a cold beer, and our beer is called Banks Beer or rum and coke. And when you're finished eating, get up and dance.
Mm.
It is some good old back in time music.
That's good.
Yeah. And then, you know, while there, also be sure to visit the local vendors on site for your souvenirs like arts and crafts, local clothing, jewelry, and bring the kids too, and make it a family affair. Okay, so now if you love rum, you have to thank Barbados. It's a known fact that we are the country that invented rum. So, yes, so Mount Gay rum actually has been produced on islands since 1703. So a trip to Barbados wouldn't be complete unless you visit one of our rum distilleries. And there are three that you can tour to hear how the rum is made and how Barbados became the birthplace of rum. So there's a Mount Gay distillery, we've got Foursquare, and another one called St. Nicholas Abbey. But for true, authentic experience, a visit to a rum shop is a must. It's a huge part of our culture. And we've got over, I think it's about 1,200 or so rum shops scattered right across the island. And funny enough, beside every rum shop, you'll find a church. So
That's interesting.
yes, yes. But when I'm home, you know, and driving around, I usually will make a stop to hang out or lime, as we say in Barbados, at any of the rum shops for a rum and coke or a cold bank spur. And I just love the fact that I can just go and, you know, just sit and enjoy a drink or chat, you know, with my fellow Barbadians or just listen to some music. And if you like a game of dominoes, then playing in a rum shop is a truly unforgettable experience. Barbadians, or Bajans as we call ourselves, are very passionate about dominoes. So, you can watch the locals play, and trust me, you won't resist joining in. Well, of course, yes. Well, of course, having a few rum and cokes or even a cold bank spur or even a cutter.
Mhm.
All right. So now that you've experienced the best that Barbados has to offer, and if you're dreaming of the perfect wedding, Barbados is the ideal destination. So there's no waiting period for getting married. You can arrive and apply for your marriage license and get married all in the same day, as long as you have your supporting documents. And then, from traditional church nuptials to an intimate beach ceremony at sunset, or be it on the deck of a catamaran or underwater wedding on the Atlantis submarine or the magnificent Harrison's Cave, or, our lovely botanical gardens, the possibilities are endless for a unique destination wedding in Barbados. And most of our hotels are known for their exquisite weddings, and some offer free weddings for stays 3 nights or longer. So Barbados is really the perfect place to say I do. And our island offers some of the best honeymoon places in the world. And it's also great for anniversaries, vow renewals and proposals.
That's good to know.
And I think I've really gone over my time, Susan. I did not
Yeah.
even realize that. I have to apologize.
Mhm.
But I'll just say really quickly, last but not least, if you need a change of scenery during these very challenging and stressful times, and work is flexible enough to allow you to set up office remotely, and you're looking to escape to a safe tropical destination for up to 1 year, well, Barbados has launched its Welcome Stamp, which allows you to come and live and work remotely for 1 year on the beach.
Yeah.
So Susan can, you can book book with Susan, and come live where you vacation and enjoy all that we have to offer. So for more information on this, visit www.barbadoswelcomestamp.bb. Susan, let me thank you so very much.
Oh, there's a lot to Barbados that everybody should be enticed now, that they
Yeah.
should want to go to Barbados ASAP, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we are truly a magical place. And as you can see, just to escape and, we really look forward to welcoming, all of you to our lovely shores.
Mhm. Well, it's good to know that it's open, and we thank you, Brita. Just so much wealth of information that you've enticed us. You've given us so much food for thought about the cuisine, about the landscape, about accommodations, and even destination weddings or honeymoons or whatever. Destination weddings, they can get married on the same day. That's perfect. So there's no excuse. It could be families, couples, a group of girls, guys, or just friends, and everybody's going to enjoy that beautiful island of Barbados. It's just saying, come right now, enjoy, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Well, thank you so very much for joining us today and really giving us that information so that we can think about it and really start planning our trip to Barbados so we can really enjoy it, right?
Yes, correct. Yes. And thank you so very much again for giving us the opportunity, and, stay safe. You can also follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages, Visit Barbados or #LoveBarbados. And our Twitter handle is at Barbados. And you can also find us on our website, which is www.visitbarbados.org.
Right. And if you're going to book, you got to come through Susan with Group Travel by Susan, and we'll definitely get you to Barbados there, right? So anyway, everybody be safe, take care, and we'll see you next Tuesday at 4:30.
Thank you so much, everyone.